We always start with taking 3 deep breaths. With the first breath, taking it in casually and loosely, expanding the lungs as far as they will go, pushing the belly out, and then exhaling. With the second breath, we're becoming a little intentional about this process. Research suggests that it's good for balancing our brains to stimulate the metaphorical side of our brain. And so with this process, we are developing a new identity, our God or Goddess identity, our Pokemon identity, our superhero identity, whomever you think you would like to emulate in creating a new way of being. Deeply breathing in and exhaling. And with the third breath, we always want to connect with the idea that this is a mindfulness process. This is where we are committed to the idea of slowing down time to become more and more connected to the fabric of the present. Deeply breathing in and exhaling. And when you're ready, you can take your attention just behind the eyes. And with the attention behind the eyes, you can allow yourself to visualize, sense, or imagine an orb of healing light just on the exterior of the forehead. And the rules about the healing light are always the same. It can be any color, any temperature, any fragrance, any texture, and any intensity that you find healing. And in addition to that, any of those qualities have the ability to change simply because you want them to be different. Again, this is a process where we are resting our energy in universal energy, where we are asking the dynamic powers of the universe, love, wisdom, energy, to support us in developing and living out of our fondest dreams. And with that, we get to become co-creators. The caveat is we are taking some responsibility for our creation. We are climbing out of any kind of subservient or victim role and taking responsibility for who we are becoming. Deeply breathing in and exhaling. And when you're ready, you can allow the light to come in through the center of the forehead. And as before, we kind of want to wave our fingers around us that have some pulsing light and create an environment where there's some magic in the air and our entire body is filled with divine and healing light. And we allow the root to come out of the bottoms of our feet and deeply connect with earth energy. So during this entire process, we are enclosed by supportive, protective earth energy and filled with divine light. Deeply breathing in and exhaling. And when you're ready, you can take your attention to the corpus callosum between the two hemispheres of the brain. And you can see this corpus callosum any way you want to visualize a channel or a tunnel or an overpass between the two hemispheres of the brain. It's a good idea for you to traverse this channel, walk across it. If there's water in it, swim across it. Because the people who have the most active corpus callosums are the happiest on the planet. And we want that for you. That's our goal. Our goal is to raise our energy, to become more and more connected to the here and now, and ultimately to easily, effortlessly become what we mean to become. And deeply breathing in and exhaling. So just allow yourself to make your way in between the two hemispheres of the brain, kind of like a relay. As you go to the dominant side of the brain, allowing it to inform you of the logical linear pathway. And as you go to the non-dominant side of the brain, allowing it to light up your imagination. So we want to flip both those switches with this process, and deeply breathing in and exhaling, and just allowing your attention to go into the base of the brainstem, right at the top of the neck. And as we indicated in the previous guided meditation, this is the place where our voice begins to speak our identity, and it's also the position of the fifth chakra. So this is where we begin to say, I am a beautiful, cherished, adored child of the universe. I do deserve protection, safety, groundedness, centeredness. And so as you are saying that, we can visualize this position in the spinal column in the back of the neck, like a balcony or a platform. Thinking about your identity on this balcony or platform. And then as you look down, go ahead and watch the stairs spiral around the spine, and deeply breathing in and exhaling. And as the stairs spiral around the spine, you can step very carefully on each step, paying attention to your alter identity and what kind of shoes you are wearing as that alternate identity, as you step very carefully down each step that is going around and around the spine, and deeply breathing in and exhaling. And as we traverse down the spine, there will be another platform at the level of the heart chakra. And this is where you step onto the balcony or platform that allows you to engage your courageous lion's heart as you begin to live into the identity that you are choosing for yourself. And deeply breathing in and exhaling, and following again down the stairs as they wrap around the spine, stepping very carefully and now courageously in this identity you are creating until you reach the chakra of the solar plexus. And at the chakra of the solar plexus, there is another balcony or platform. And so just taking a moment to take a deep breath in and noticing that this is where you get to protect this innocent, new, playful, exciting identity that you are creating. You can begin to imbue this identity with the emotional sustenance that you need going forward. What kind of grit will take you where you need to go? What kind of positive emotions? What kind of depth do you need? How are you forming this identity and its emotional center? And deeply breathing in and exhaling and going down and around the spine again, stepping very carefully as you pick up pieces of your identity, going down and around and down and around until you reach the second chakra. And the second chakra is the part of the body that represents your creativity, your sexuality, some of your energetic pulsing. And so we want to be very balanced here. This is an important chakra to be very respectful with, because if we don't balance it, it can lean one way or the other. And we want it to be safe and healthy for us. We want to completely encourage our creativity, our natural gifts of experiencing the joy in our body in healthy ways that support and respect ourselves and others. And deeply breathing in and exhaling and noticing as we look down. There again is the rest of the staircase, winding around and down into the base of the spine, and just stepping down and around with all of these wonderful attributes of your identity as you develop them. And at the bottom of the staircase, you will have arrived at the first chakra. This is where we are connecting with our status in the world. We're connecting with our generational wisdoms and our generational baggage. And so we know that we are charged with creating continuity in a healthy and positive way for ourselves as we move forward into our lives. And now at the bottom of these stairs, what we can see in front of us are 5 doors. And the 5 doors start at one end and go to the other end. And you can see them in any progression, in any shape. They can have any substance that you find useful. But let's go to the first door and paying attention to what material it is made of, and turn the handle. And as you step into the first door, this is where you're going to invite your spiritual guide. So thinking about who you or what you would like to guide you in this space in developing your new identity. Just taking a moment to breathe in the space, thinking about what spontaneously might appear for you. It's good to go with what comes up and not question it too much, because when it comes up, it will begin to unfold and delight you in amazing ways. And deeply breathing in and exhaling, and just remembering to take this influential being with you as you step out of the space and close the door. And next, you want to go to the second door, pausing in front of it, deeply breathing in and exhaling, noticing what the material of the door is. Is it the same as the first one? Checking into the doorknob. How does it feel as you touch it with your hand? What kind of pressure does it take for you to turn the knob? And as you do it, opening the door and stepping into the second chamber. And this second chamber is where you find your shamanic animal. What animal, what energy do you seek in supporting you in this endeavor? Just deeply breathing in and exhaling and noticing what animal comes to participate with you and how they interact with you and your spirit guide. You're a threesome now. The three of you energetically are combining these energies to become more and more integrated and woven together in the being you are creating. And deeply breathing in and exhaling, and as you step outside of the second door and closing it behind you, looking to see where the remainder of the 3 doors are, and going to the next most appropriate one, walking to the door and standing in front of it. What material is it? What doorknob does it have? And again, feeling the doorknob in your hand as you turn it to open it, and you step inside. And as you step inside, you will receive the gift of the talisman you need to accompany you on this journey. And this talisman is specifically for you and specifically for this journey. What object are you meant to have with you through this process? Just open your hands and let the object rest in them. Deeply breathing in and exhaling. And now that you have your object, stepping outside the door and closing it behind you. And next you will see you have 2 doors left to open. So taking a deep breath in and exhaling and choosing which door you want to open. Again, noticing the material of the door. What texture does it have? Again, feeling the doorknob under your palm as you turn it and walk in. And this is the chamber where you receive the sustenance that will energize you throughout this process. What's important to help you keep your health, to help you keep your energy? How will it sustain you? Deeply breathing in and exhaling and just noticing the gift that you are being given. Deeply breathing in and exhaling, and now exiting this chamber and closing the door behind you. You have 1 door left. And again, approaching the door, noticing what material it is, noticing what the doorknob looks like as you deeply breathe in and exhale and open the door and step inside this final chamber. And within this final chamber is the faceted stone that you are meant to use as an energetic guidepost. Sometimes people call them crystals, but they can be stones that are energetically powerful without being faceted. So thinking about which stone you need for this journey and what qualities is that stone meant to enhance for you. So deeply breathing in and exhaling, and when you're ready, stepping outside the door and closing it behind you. And now you should have 5 energetic identities and energies that are meant to help you through this journey of creating this supernatural, energetic companion that's becoming you as you are on this journey. And deeply breathing in and exhaling and taking all of these qualities and presences with you as you begin to mount the stairs, watching very carefully as you step firmly on each step, coming up and around, up and around, up and around, as you again pass the platforms that are the second chakra, and up and around, and up and around, and up and around until you reach the platform or the balcony that is the third chakra. And again, up and around until you reach the platform that is the fourth chakra. And just noticing the energy that you feel as you pass these platforms and the energy of the chakras, and up and around until you get to the fifth chakra, which was the point where we began this process, becoming more and more attuned to the identity that you are creating, and deeply breathing in and exhaling. And when you're ready, you can take your attention just to the center of the forehead where we began this process, noticing the orb of healing light as it comes through the center of the forehead, thanking it, thanking the body parts, thanking the spiritual wisdoms that have helped you on this process, deeply breathing in and exhaling. And now you can begin to take as much time as you need in the next few minutes to be completely back into this space, in this time, knowing that you have brought all of these wisdoms with you.